Hello, all you hodlers out there. Welcome back to the show. It's just me today, but I wanted to go over, actually, I want to go over a bunch of things, and then I kind of want to break down the Flare and Songbird network, kind of give you guys an update. I really feel like this is like a gem in the making. I love their technology. I love kind of like their roadmap and where they're heading and going live, hopefully by the end of the year. So we're going to kind of get into that. But before we do that, I definitely wanted to start off and go over some news with you guys, okay? Um, Kamala Harris is obviously running for president. She was chosen, but we could get into that another time. And she's kind of announcing her monetary policy. And one of her policies is, once again, the Democrats are trying to tax us on our unrealized capital gains tax. So again, they're saying it's only for like the super wealthy people, but it always starts with super wealthy people, and then it comes down to everybody else. So imagine last year during the summer, I was talking about, hey, Bitcoin is 20,000. It's a really good time. Start dollar cost averaging, get into some Bitcoin positions. And then people, if you accumulate a Bitcoin at 20,000 and it goes to, let's say, 100,000 during the cycle, the government would want to tax you on that $80,000 if you don't sell it. So even if you don't sell your Bitcoin, they would want to tax you on unrealized gains, which is insane. But again, they say it's for like the super, super, super wealthy, right? So we'll see how this plays out, but it's never a good thing when they just keep wanting to tax us. All right, second thing I want to mention, Jerome Powell, our fearless leader over at the Federal Reserve Bank, he spoke at Jackson Hole today, and it was becoming very apparent they are going to start cutting rates in September, and we can kind of see the market reacting today. A couple days before Jerome Powell spoke, we had a job market revision that came in. So Jerome Powell, he announces, we created X amount of jobs, and they had to take away 818,000 jobs between the time period of April 2023 to March 2024. So are they lying? Did they really make that big of a mistake? 818,000 jobs is a lot. So another reason why the Fed is definitely going to be cutting rates in September. Okay. All right. News number 3, USDC is coming to iPhones, which is an awesome, awesome form of adoption if you're into cryptocurrency. Jeremy Allaire, the CEO of Circle, basically what they're going to be doing is they're going to be developing some sort of like payment chip into like third-party developers, so we can start to tap and go, just tap our phone, pay in USDC, and pay for our goods and services. So, when I'm looking at headlines like this, I'm just like, how much further do we have before we really start to see mass adoption? Okay. We got debit cards, digital debit cards coming to MetaMask. MetaMask is a soft wallet, very popular wallet. You can download the app on your phone. You could download it on your computer, and it's just a wallet where you can keep your cryptocurrency. So if you live in the European Union or in the UK, it's a limited pilot, few thousand people. But once again, adoption starts slowly. And this is, again, such awesome adoption. It's so hard not to feel super bullish on everything that I'm seeing in the market right now. All right. Next point of news I wanted to cover this week. Why do we do KYC, know your customer, if the hackers keep stealing all of our information on all of these different centralized exchanges, every single social security number in America has been hacked and stolen and is now on the dark web. So if you want to get your social security number off of the dark web, go to the dark web and purchase it, because I guarantee you it'll be there. And I'm really starting to question this whole KYC. You know, we got to protect you, but they're not protecting us. Everything needs to move to the blockchain. Once we move to the blockchain, we have a decentralized network, not one point of failure. Okay, this is so super important, and we kind of really need to be heading in that direction, because these hacks are getting worse and worse and worse. All right, cool. So let's jump into Songbird now and Flare. And I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about Flare, to be like, you know, what makes Flare different, right? When we're diving into some of these new projects that have been developing out, you know, Flare, we got our Flare airdrop back in 2020, and we've been kind of collecting airdrops ever since, every single month. But like, why are we doing this? So when I look at the Flare network, I think of two things. I think of data oracles, and I think of a layer one blockchain. Okay. So oracles is pretty much what Chainlink does. It brings real-time data, right? You can bridge it from Web 2 to the blockchain, or just have real-time data in this blockchain. Flare integrated an oracle into their network. And at the same time, they are a layer one blockchain. So developers can come on board and they can develop decentralized applications. We all use apps on our phone, right? In a very centralized way. Now we're going to decentralize the applications, and Flare can do this, which is so awesome. All right. Now, if you hold Flare, you can actually, on your phone, go to your app store. You can download the Bifrost wallet, Bifrost. You can buy Flare on Coinbase, Uphold, send it to the Bifrost wallet. You press a button, you wrap your tokens, and then you'll become part of the rest of the airdrops. I believe there's probably like 15 airdrops left. So every single month, you can participate in getting free Flare tokens. And at the same time, you can delegate your Flare tokens, and you can start earning some passive income, which is really, really cool. Okay, so we have data, smart contracts, all on one platform, two separate use cases, right? So I was listening to Hugo Filion, and he's the CEO of Flare Labs. And what he was saying is, you know, if they can attract the right people, get all of this liquidity into this system, they can actually build a really strong economic, like, economy with the security, which is so important. Because I was doing research on MakerDAO, which is Ethereum's largest lending protocol. And MakerDAO, it's supposed to be decentralized, but they just signed a deal with a centralized custodian company. So when I look at MakerDAO and kind of like the problems that they're having with like wrapping Bitcoin, so you can lend out your Bitcoin to earn some passive income, right? Because we want to make all of our different tokens work for us when we can. And because of that centralized component, MakerDAO is actually saying, look, let's just freeze and not allow any new people to wrap their Bitcoin to lend it out on the platform. So wrapping your Bitcoin, which is WBTC, is not super safe. It's centralized. And Flare solves this problem. Okay, so as I said earlier in the podcast, Flare is looking to go live by the end of the year. They're going to start off with XRP. So we're going to be able to start earning like staking rewards. We can lend our XRP. We could borrow against our XRP, earn some passive income. But after XRP, we're going to be able to do that. The same thing with Bitcoin. So I'm thinking, I'm speculating here, but if all that wrapped Bitcoin on MakerDAO moves over to Flare, that would be a great day for us. Okay. This is a new project. It's just a baby. If you want a little bit of exposure to Flare, absolutely. Right. Why not? And, you know, it's kind of funny because I think about Arthur Hayes. He's one of like the original people in Bitcoin. He's like a Bitcoin billionaire. And basically what he was saying is Flare is a sleeping giant and don't fade Flare. So it's worth, you know, kind of doing a deep dive, listen to as many people as you can, get an understanding of the Flare network, because this is the type of network that can really start to compete with Ethereum. Plus it has a built-in Oracle, plus developers are building on it. And it's also really cool because, you know, if you're a first-time developer and you don't have a lot of experience, or even if you have no experience, Flare is providing data feeds for free for beginner developers to learn how to like build and develop like on the blockchain. So, you know, this is just really, really cool. And then if you wanted to like, let's say build on the Avalanche blockchain or the Solana blockchain, you can do that using Flare's data feeds for a small fee. So, you know, this is just like so super exciting. The other thing I wanted to mention is when we all first downloaded our Bifrost wallet and started earning, you know, delegation rewards for our Flare, for our Songbird tokens, now they connected the Bifrost wallet with Ledger, Trezor, MetaMask, SafePal, a whole bunch of others. And this is exactly what we want to see when these ecosystems get built out. Okay. So just to kind of circle back to with like the largest lending platform, MakerDAO, I think there's about 3.75 billion that they wrap the BTC so people can lend that out. So that's a lot of money that has the potential of flowing into the Flare network. All right, so super cool. All right, so let's just talk real quick about Songbird. And as I said before, you know, Songbird is the canary network. It's the testing network for Flare. So before projects go live, they bring it to the Songbird network and they kind of test for bugs or, you know, anything that needs to be changed. They want to do it before it actually hits mainnet. So when I think about Songbird, I think about Kusama. Kusama is the canary network for Polkadot. So Songbird is the canary network for Flare. So super cool. The other thing I wanted to make a mention is I pulled some of the wallets that were being created on the Songbird network. And a month ago, we had about 1,292,350 wallets. Today, we've added, just 1 month later, 136,000 wallets have been added to the Songbird network. So we're obviously gearing up for this launch. It's just such a super exciting time to like, you know, be in crypto, right? You know, I looked at like just what happened today with the Fed cutting rates. And I mean, I think Bitcoin's up like $3,000-4,000 already just in one day. Cryptocurrency moves quick. It goes up quick, it goes down quick. So I want to encourage everybody, like now is the time, become your own bank, get educated. I'm going to put in the link below. I'm giving a free intro lecture at the local library here in Palm Coast in Flagler Beach. So if you're local to the area, come and join us in person. And if not, I have a Zoom link that you can register for free and you can attend the class anywhere that you live just to kind of get like a better understanding of like, why is blockchain and cryptocurrency so important? Because I think so many people just look at crypto that it's money. And it's not money. It's the new internet. Our internet is getting an upgrade, and that upgrade is called the blockchain. And when we use the blockchain, we use these different tokens to pay for fees to move value through the internet, just like sending an email. But now we're able to move value of anything to anywhere in the world in seconds for a fraction of a penny. All right. So I'm super bullish, y'all. Can't wait to see everybody on Monday. And you all have a great weekend. And until next time, hodl on.